Hello everyone and good morning. Today in environmental news we have this report. Today Professor Jamie Bernal is with us, a personal finance teacher, an environmental person interested in taking care of environmental. This will be our topic of joy, a controversial topic but a great interest.
Question. What do you consider to be the main environmental problems we face today?
Good morning. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Jesus, for this interview. It's actually a pleasure to be, part of this project. Um, Regarding the environment, it's such an important topic to talk about lately. For me, the main environmental problem we're facing is the lack of awareness. So for me, um, people are not aware of how they are, let's say, destroying our environment. So there are a lot of actions that we can do every day to protect environment. However, people are not aware about it. So people are not educated. People don't want to, or at least here in the city where I am living at the moment, most of the people are not uh, let's say attempting to protect environment, and there is a kind of lack of awareness for environmental, let's say, issues, or let's say to protect our environment.
Okay,
Okay, good morning, Mr. Amy. My name is Jesus. I belong to
Hello,
the
Jesus.
Defense of Environmental Rights. Today, I will ask you a question. Do you
Okay,
think
thank
that
you.
society in general is aware of the importance of taking care of the environment? Why?
Why? Okay. The society in general. I really think there is a group of people, let's say some activists who are little by little attempting to foster, to promote environmental protection. So all over the world, let's say in Switzerland, in Scotland as well, in Sweden, it's like Nordic countries. There are some people over there who are activists and they promote environmental, policies and more awareness to protect the environment. However, in some other parts of the countries, like around the world, some other people, especially in developing countries, are really not aware of the environment, and they are not, let's say, protecting or uh, using policies, or let's say doing best practices to protect the environment.
What specific action do you take in your daily life to reduce your carbon footprint?
The footprint. Oh yes, absolutely. Actually, I am a person who uh, tries my best to protect environment in a daily basis. So every day, for example, I try to avoid, let's say, avoid plastic use. So I rarely buy any, let's say, plastic bottles or uh, food wrappers, that comes with plastic. So I try to avoid that. Number two, I classify my garbage at home. For example, if I get some disposal materials like non-organic and organic, so I classified it into like plastic bottles, containers, food wrappers. If I have them, I classify them and I put them outside for the people who collect the garbage and they recycle those materials. Also, if I have non-organic disposals like fruit peels, like a banana peels or the fruit papaya, pineapple, all those kind of fruits, when I peel them, I eat a lot of fruit. So I try to collect those non-organic disposals and the waste. I put it in the gardens, or sometimes in some natural areas like green areas, right? Sorry.
Good.
What else? I try to reuse as much as possible. I try to reuse materials at work as well. I usually use uh, paper, which is, look, as you can see, I have it now. I try to use recycled paper and I try to reuse materials, at work and at home as much as possible. What else? Regarding the carbon footprint, I try, when I drive my car, I try to, like, be on track of all the engine requirements, so I don't want to contaminate more the air, right? The atmosphere. So as you know, here in Colombia, we have to um, accomplish certain policies like the SOAT, right? So which is one of the regulations for our country. If you have a car, if you have a motorcycle, you have to, uh, let's say, accomplish or be in charge of certain regulations for not to pollute the environment, right? What else? Let me see. Oh, when I go to the supermarket, I always carry my bag, like my own bag. So I try not to use plastic bags or plastic containers. So I have two big bags I can reuse every time I go to the supermarket. Yeah, as well.
It's, it's good to know that you contributed the environment. You are an
I
excellent
try
person.
a lot, yes.
Uh, do you
I
recycle?
sometimes plant trees as well. Yes.
What type of material do you recycle and how do you separate them?
Yeah, well, actually, I already answered that in the previous question. So, yeah, I usually recycle bottles, recycle containers. I try to use objects instead of, like disposing them. I just try to use them again. What else I recycle? Oh, when you go to the supermarket and you buy some like cleaning products or like cosmetics, like facial lotions, body cream, oils, all those kind of things, they come in different containers that contaminate a lot. So I try to reuse them. So I remember when I lived in England, in London, and also in Amsterdam, there are some supermarkets that they do not sell the containers anymore. For example, if you buy uh I don't know, a package of rice or lentils. Once you finished, like your package is empty, so you go back to the supermarket and they refill it. You don't have to buy another container. So you just open it, go to the supermarket, they refill it, and that's it. So it's sustainable in the sense that you don't have to produce another container. You just reuse it and you go back to the supermarket and they refill it for you. It's pretty nice. It's very convenient and it's environmental, of course.
You're very good at recycling, Kirab. Have you considered adopting a more sustainable lifestyle to implement?
Hmm. Well, a more sustainable lifestyle. Yes, I sometimes don't drive a car. I sometimes prefer to ride a bicycle. I also walk a lot. And let me see. Yeah, I try to sometimes just do things that do not contaminate, the environment or not pollute the environment. So yeah, riding the bicycle, walking. Every time I go to the beach, for example, if I carry something with me, I collect it with me and I always throw my garbage in the trash can or sometimes I have like a bag and I just put everything in the bag and then I put it away later, so out of the beach. So when I come back to the town or when I come back to the city, that's what I usually do. but I never ever throw garbage to the beach. For example, if you go to Puerto Colombia, right, which is a very close town near here, it's so sad, guys. It's so disappointed to see how many, the cigarette butts are just everywhere at the beach, at the sand, by the water. Like people go there and they smoke and then boom, they throw it. That contaminates a lot. So cigarette butts, I would say, according to some studies and statistics, they are around 70 or 80% of the whole garbage they found, like people found at the beach. And that's horrible because that contaminates a lot. So it would be great if in Puerto Colombia, for example, or other, areas here, like at the coast and at the beach, they prohibit, like when people smoke there, they just keep the cigarette butt and they just put it in the trash can, but not at the sand, not at the beach, not at the shore, because that's horrible. It contaminates a lot. And those are, let's say, those end in the water, those end in the ocean, right? So, and affects obviously the animals. That's what that would be a good change. Let's say just to start, to get it started, to protect the beach, to train people, locals. I've seen that many people simply don't care about the environment because they never learned about that in the school, or perhaps in their families they were never taught about it, right? So that's really sad because we have oceans pretty close, right? We have the Malecon area, we have the ocean. So we need to protect the beach and we need to become more sustainable and contaminate less. Mm.
Excellent. Keep, keep up
Teacher,
the wonderful response. Thank you. Very beautiful.
thank you for this wonderful interview and for your collaboration and
Okay.
responding to our question.
All right, no problem. My pleasure. Thank you very much for the interview. I really hope that you can contribute to the environment here in Barranquilla, and perhaps, you are international business students, so you can think about a business that contributes to the reduction of the carbon footprint or something environmentally friendly, but as a business idea. So that would be great, guys. You could work on that. Okay. So anything I can help you with later on, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All
Bye.
right. Bye bye.